Alright, hello, and welcome to a series that didn't go as planned. A month or so ago, I had told a couple people on Twitch streams that I was going to be doing a month-long October marathon of NES games. I even had the name NEStober set aside. But then I had a busy work week schedule and didn't have time to do the videos. Then stupid me lost track of what day it is and didn't even realize it was already October 1st. And so obviously the idea of a video a day didn't pan out. And now here we are in the early morning hours of October 13th. And yeah. So obviously the month-long 40th anniversary NES marathon isn't happening. Already nearly halfway through the month. The idea was going to be to play through, or replay in this game's case, since I've already done a playthrough of this game, some of the NES games that I used to play a lot throughout the late 80s and as the 80s gave way to the 90s, etc., etc. Frick, I even recorded a second playthrough of this game and got a start on a second playthrough of Zelda 2 that I was going to upload before stupid me lost track of what day it was. And yeah. What can I say? I can be a moron sometimes. How can you not remember what day it is? I mean, I knew what day of the week it was. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But what date it was. Anyways, long story short, this idea didn't pan out as I had originally talked about on Twitch streams last month. But well, still got until Saturday. Saturday is the 18th. The actual 40th anniversary, October 18th, 1985, NES North American release. So, well, since time is a lot shorter, don't have 31 days to work with now any longer, I'm not going to replay this game, since I've already done one for the channel, or Zelda 2, or the original Metroid, or Goonies 2, or any one of the first 4 Dragon Warrior games, since I've already played through all 4 of them. You couldn't pay me enough to sit through the first Final Fantasy game or original form, especially not these days since the Pixel Remaster exists. So that game is out. Besides, I already did a playthrough. Granted, I played through the Game Boy Advance version, but since the Pixel Remaster didn't exist yet then, of the first Final Fantasy game, so that one's out either way, so yeah. I already did a playthrough of Metal Gear, so a lot of the NES games I used to play are already covered, which is another one of the reasons I kind of stalled on this idea. Trying to think of games that I could play that I still, that I not only used to play a lot of back then, but would still wouldn't mind playing again today. Which doesn't account for most of the Mega Man games. I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of people on Twitch that may stumble on, that talk to me on Twitch streams that may stumble on this channel that are going to hate me for saying that. But yeah, I mean, like any 80s gamer, I used to love Mega Man games back in the day. But that's the difference between then and now. Teenage me loved those games. 50-year-old plus me, no. I can't stand those games anymore. I'm sorry. I tried. I got all 11 of the main series games on my Switch between the 2 collections and Mega Man 11 individually. I have tried to rekindle my love for those games. Believe you me. But it just ain't happening. Yeah. Sorry, my fellow Mega Man fans out there, but no. I just cannot get into those games again. Try as I might. Yes. Same with like Ghosts and Goblins. I mean, I don't know if he still watches my videos, but if he does, Twitch streamer, YouTuber, Agent Frowny isn't going to like hearing that, since Super Ghouls and Ghosts is his cited favorite game of all time. So if he's watching this by some chance, he's not going to like hearing that. I mean, I've tried getting back into that game. I got first the NES Ghosts and Goblins on my 3DS Virtual Console, and it's on Switch NES Online. Even bought a newer game, Resurrection, from like 5 years ago. I just can't. It's just that whole platformer games in general, for the most part. I'm just not a fan of that gameplay style anymore. I'm spoiled on Zelda games and RPG games. Since the late 80s with the first Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest game, and then early 1990 with the first Final Fantasy game. Since then, I've been kind of spoiled on RPGs. Every time I try to go back to a platformer game, it just fails miserably. I mean, you only really have to look at the list of games I've played through for the channel to see that. Most of them are RPGs or Zelda games. A few Metroidvania-style Castlevania games, which are borderline platformers, I guess you could say, but yeah. I mean, Harmony of Dissonance, Portrait of Ruin, of course. Yeah. That's about as close to platformer games as I've come for playing games for this channel. Until now. Since the idea of a whole month-long marathon obviously isn't happening. And actually, you know what? We've seen that title card long enough. Moving on to the game that I am going to at least attempt to play through. One that I played a ton back in the day and can still get into today. Yeah. Got this in early '88, just a few weeks after we got our first NES. Mom found it on sale at one of the, I don't even remember whatever store it was she used to get video games in, electronic Kmart, I think it was. Back then. They had it for sale, marked down like half price or something. Wasn't expecting a new game. She comes home from, here, have this. So yeah, obviously we played it a lot more since we actually owned it, didn't have to worry about renting it. Now, like I was just saying, since I haven't played a lot of jumping platformer type games in recent years, this could take a while. I mean, back in the day, I used to be able to breeze through this game, but as the old saying goes, that was then, this is now. 18-year-old or 16-year-old me would probably get a good chuckle out of watching this video that I'm about to record now, watching me stumble my way through this game. But here goes. Enough of my yapping. Alright. Of course, with this game, I could just breeze through it, as a lot of people do, but for now, I mean, it is an early, well, actually, this came out in 1986 in Japan, 1987 here in the States. So it is kind of early-ish NES game. Point being, it's still that long, delayed, awkward transition from games meant to be played in arcades, where it was all about high scores and points, to the adventure RPG games like Zelda and ultimately Dragon Warrior and Final Fantasy. Games that could not be played in arcades. That awkward transition between the two types. This obviously leans more towards the arcade experience. Quick levels, well, not too quick levels, but levels that you can breeze through. Can score points if you care to, but the object isn't the points, obviously. But for this game, now I don't remember the exact point totals, but something like 20,000, 25,000 gets you I mean, if you look at the upper left corner of the screen there, that little meter where it says heart 04 and underneath it the health bar. I think it's at 20,000 you get an extension to that. I think another one at 48 to 50,000, somewhere around there, you get a second one. I think it's like close to 100,000, you get a third one. And somewhere around 200, 250,000, you get the fourth and final one. So, yeah. As always, whenever I play this game, I'm going to try to get all 4 of those as quickly as I can, which will make the last several levels a little easier. You'll have that much more health to work with. So yeah, I'm not just going to be breezing through the levels, speedrunner style. And that too is where the potential for replay over and over again comes in. Because this is kind of a platformer game, a style which I am no longer any good at, death total is probably going to be a little high in this one, meaning what I'm doing right now, I'm probably going to have to be redoing a lot every time I die and restart, doing the same thing over and over again every time, just in case this is the time that I do get through the level. Of course, in that case, I'll probably, the wonders of video editing, probably edit out redoing this stuff and just resume the video when I get to wherever it is I left off on my last fatal jump. Anyways, we'll worry about that when we get to that point, but for now, I don't know why this door is here. There's nothing in there. I mean, spoiler alert, there is a second loop in this game. After you beat the game and see the end credits, you can play it again, keeping most of your key power-up items and whatnot. At that point, depending on your score, I think it is, there might be something in this room, but on a first run through, no, this room is always going to be empty. So why not just have that door there on the second loop only? Never understood that, but oh well. Here we go again. 4 groups of 4. Hearts, of course, are the currency in this game, as you will have shops later where you can buy odds and ends, potions and whatnot. Feathers, so if you fall, you can float back up without seeing the game over on finished screen. That shouldn't be it. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, I didn't get all the hearts. 3,200, yeah. Okay, so that's it for that wave. Dang it! One got away. Oh man, I can't wait till I get some of the weapon power-ups. Get the bow that shoots all the way across the screen. Make stuff like this so much more convenient. Granted, that ain't happening anytime soon. Yeah. So I will be, regardless of how many parts it takes, we'll be doing a playthrough of this game. This will be the main game for the 40th anniversary special, since again it is one of the games that I played a ton of times back in the day in the late 80s that I could still stand the thought of playing again. Unlike Mega Man or Ghosts and Goblins or sorry Agent Frowny. Yeah, I know you love Ghosts and Goblins. Of course, I say that as if I'm expecting him to be watching this video, but yeah. Unlike those games that I did play a ton of back in the day, this one I can still stand the thought of, even just the thought of playing again today. Original Castlevania game save Simon's Quest, which I did do a playthrough of, but Castlevania 1 and Castlevania 3, I mean, I do have a lot of nostalgia for Castlevania 1. How many times we rented that game back in the day. It was one of my younger brother's favorite games of the day. And so, yeah, we'd rent it at least once a month, at least, if not twice, every weekend. Every weekend we'd go to the video store and rent a game or two. We each got our choice of game for the week. A lot of times his choice would be Castlevania unless somebody else had already rented it. Then he'd pick a different game. But to this day, I look back at that and think we should have just bought a copy of the game. All the times we rented it for him, probably paid enough rental money to buy two copies of the game. Anyways, point being, so I do have some nostalgia. I should have waited. Okay, get some hammers for one of the later levels. Well, point being, while I do have some nostalgia for the original Castlevania game, there is no nostalgia or interest or sympathy for Castlevania 3. I'm sorry, I know there's going to be a lot of people that may stumble onto these videos and may hate me for saying that, but yeah, I mean, if you like those games, as I keep saying, you're right to your opinion, to each their own, fair enough, and all that other friendly jargon like that there, but I do not share your sympathy or your interest in those games. I don't care. I still say Castlevania 3 is one of the worst games I have ever played. If you like it, have fun. Just don't expect to see me playing it anytime soon. Okay, I'm not going to get those hearts because that scrolls the screen up, and if you scroll the screen too far up, the enemies stop reappearing or stop appearing in general. So yeah, I'm missing a lot of hearts because of that. If you're wondering why, that's why. I could get a lot of the hearts that have been appearing and disappearing. But again, if you scroll the screen up too far too quickly, the enemy stops spawning. And since I'm trying to get the points more than the hearts, you don't want that. Probably should have mentioned that a little earlier, but I got into ranting about other things. But I'm mentioning it now. So yeah, again, if you're sitting there wondering, hey, why aren't you even... Okay, I think that's it for this wave of enemies. Again, they usually attack in 4 groups of 4. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. Right now, I'm not worried about hearts. I'll worry about hearts, aka currency, money, later. For now. Oh, this thing. Reaper Red or whatever. I forget what it's called. But... oh, then I overshoot. Okay. The idea here is to shoot it without it seeing you. That's why I goofed. I botched that. Okay. Back in the day, I used to play this game so many times I had the gag here memorized and wrote down on paper. Granted, I no longer have that paper, and since I haven't played this game in a long time, that memory is gone as well. But the idea here is to shoot at these bags, and either hearts or hammers or that Reaper thing that was just outside show up. The idea is to shoot as many of them, if not all of them, without the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper, I guess. And just from those two alone, I used to be able to tell where the Reaper was going to be, since it was since it was pretty much, how do you put that, set that way. But again, that's one of those differences between then and now, or now and then, whatever. Oh, that's right. I'm out of money. All right, well, fine. If you could get all of them without hitting that Reaper, you also got a bonus, like a potion or some other item. I think that part I'm not sure of. Is it again? It's been a long time since I've played this game, so give me a break. The last time I played it was the slightly remastered version for the 3DS Virtual Console, and even that was at least 5 years ago now, just before I got my first Switch. Since then, I haven't really played much of my 3DS. It's either been computer games for my video game channel here or Switch games. Alright, here we go. Some of the trickier jumps, potentially speaking. Now, for one, lucky I'm not on a timer like a Mario game. And two, I could cheese this with save states if I really wanted to borderline cheat the game, but at least for now, I'm not doing this. Do this legit. But, fair warning, if it comes to this too many times where I'm constantly redoing all the stuff I just did to regain those 12,800 points, if I end up botching these jumps too many times and having to redo all that too many times, fair warning, I may cheat the game a bit and go ahead and use save states. I know that's going to bother some people, but yeah, at least this game has passwords, unlike Mario games. Granted, Mario World is even better. You don't need passwords. It has a battery backup to save games, but the three NES Mario games was always redo the same level. Yeah. See what I mean? So yeah, I know people don't like when other gamers use save states, but I'll go through this one more time, legit. If what just happened before happens again, eh, I may end up cheating the game. I mean, I can hear the complaints from a mile away, so to speak, on that one. People say, "No, don't do that." Don't. Yeah. And again, yeah, not getting. I mean, if they're right in front of me, that's fine. But otherwise, not worried about the hearts right now. Worried more about the points to get extra health. And again, like I said earlier, why is that door there? That should be there for the second loop. Since it's only during the second loop that there might actually be something in that room. Then again, I don't know. Maybe what I was talking about was save states. Maybe not. I don't know. Just if I end up dying again and having to redo this, I'll just pause the video and edit out the redoing all this again, getting back those 12,800 points and getting back up to where I fell to my death. Just do all that off screen. Careful, watch where you're jumping here. A harp that turns enemies into hammer mallets. Okay. Again, you use those hammer mallets, whatever axes, whatever they're supposed to be, in one of the later levels. I mean, you don't have to; it's all optional, but it'll definitely help for a certain element in one of the later levels. Sorry, as much as I'd like to get those hearts and have that extra money. Again, points over currency, at least for now. That's it. No, they usually attack in 4 groups of 4. Oh well, fine. I guess that spot is different. Oh, he hit me, but I still got him before he got away, so... Dang, it pains me to watch those hearts vanish and not even try to get them, but... Of course, hearts as currency. Reminds me of Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest in that regard, but... Okay, now, see if I can get this right this time. Last time I botched this. Gotta shoot her 10 times, I think it is. Oh yeah, that's right. That's another power up you can get. I don't remember if it's based on overall score or what, but total score, heart, endurance, and beneath that, strength. Arrow upgrades, strength upgrades. Can get some of those every so often. Again, I can't remember if that's based on points, like the endurance health bar meter upgrades, or not. Yeah. Okay, come on. Now, we already saw what happens if she sees you, so... Try to avoid that this time. Oh, oh, fine. Grab my heart, my health up, but didn't really need. Oh, shoot, now. Okay, this playthrough is becoming a frickin' festival of blunders. Well, I'm giving people watching this something to laugh at, I guess. Come one, come all, and watch me bungle the game. And have fun doing so. Have a laugh on me, as the old saying goes. What was that? Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark. Come on, the joke's on me. Alright. Screw it. I know. I can hear the complaints from a mile away. But yeah, I'm using save states here. So I don't have the patience to go through all that again. Hopefully I won't need to use it, but... Oh, you would have to fall there. You little Fine. Get out of my way, you little... Oh, you got... How'd you get... Okay. Oh, I missed. Great, I'm not going to make it to the end anyways. Jumps or no jumps. Or made, you know, even the fact that I made that all those jumps that got up this far. Still going to end up dying from low health. The rate I'm going. There are no, I don't think there are any more of those. Alright. And then I goof that. And he's going to show up. Oh, great. Run for the end. Run for the goal. Ah, shit. I forgot about that thing. Ooh. Alright. Hate me to the end of time, if you will. Fine. Yes, I know. I'm a dirty cheater, so sue me. Dang, I didn't quite get my 20,000. Oh well. At this point, I just want to get to the end. Which ain't gonna happen anyway. Damn, enemies here do a lot of damage. I forgot about that. Of course, when you only have that one sliver of health. Yeah. Oh, bite me! That's dirty pool game. Fine, I can cheat too, game. Would you stop falling there, you twit? Ooh, I hate you. Get that cursor up. Alright. Oh, he's gonna... God dang it, game. That little monkey, Donkey Kong, whatever that thing is supposed to be coming at me. He would have to be there already. Oh, so close. God dang it, game. Yeah, here I go again, cheating my ass off. Too bad there's no more health, free health up here. I mean, I guess maybe I should have focused on getting some of those hearts, too. Actually, good thing that she appeared there. Now I can maybe... tweak some more points out of this. So still got to get like 4,400. Can't remember if it's 20,000 even or... Oh, too far over. Fine. Okay, that music gets to be annoying after a while. Kind of like the... What was that? Dang it. What was that? Link's Awakening. The acorn or the piece of power. The music that you get when you get those. That. Okay. Oh, dang it. Still too far over. Okay. Alright. Oh, duh. Now, where's that stupid little... There's another one of those. Ah, dang it. Appear under my feet, will you? Still not enough. Dang it. He ain't gonna appear again. Son of a... Herd. And... Frick it. Damn it. Alright. Made it back up here with 20,000 points. Now. Okay, good. Looks like I got a clear shot to the end. Now, let's see if 20,000 is enough. Yep. Power up. See? Twice. Twice the health that I have. Which, with how much damage some of these enemies do, that's going to be divine. Alright. Yeah. Sweet. And that'll do it for the first video. And yeah, again, I know. I'm going to hear about it in the comments. Cheater, cheater, save states, cheating. Oh well, so do me. I cheated. And I probably, well, we'll see. I mean, I definitely am going to use save states between levels, like where you just saw the passwords. Instead of worrying about entering in those long-ass passwords, I'll be using save states for that. That much is for sure. I don't want to be sitting there writing down passwords. That was annoying enough back in the day, but I'll be doing that a lot. Anyways, I guess, if that kind of thing bothers you, I guess you won't be watching these videos then. But anyways, happy 40th anniversary NES. At least come Saturday it will be. And in the meantime, I'll continue my playthrough of this game. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Reload that for the next video.